Hello and welcome back to Gabagoolinate. My name is Wes Dawson, so please pull out your favorite West Indian long coat, get that kind of dead glassy look in your eye, and speak like one of your favorite childhood action figures whose batteries are slowly dying. It is time for the episode All Seagal.
You know, you shouldn't knock Chinese potions. I have something in my pocket right now that'll completely clear up that bruise on your forehead. What bruise?
Now, for those who know me or those who are avid listeners to the show, you will know of my affinity for the man, the myth, the legend that is Steven Seagal. I don't have many tattoos visible when performing in the ring. Most of them are well hidden within my loins. But what I did get during this break from wrestling is a Red Dragon style tattoo across my back, approximately 24 inches long, of none other than the man himself, Steven Seagal. So this legend started back in 1952, April 10th to be precise. A Steven Frederick Seagal was born. The man grew up in Lansing, Michigan, and just the fact that he didn't have to take on some ridiculous stage name shows you just how real this man is. His martial arts skills, although somewhat exaggerated by some people in the media, they are real. He is a 7th Dan black belt in Aikido. There's no doubt about that. When I was researching for this episode, I was pretty shocked to find out he was actually the first foreigner to operate an Aikido dojo in Japan, which is pretty impressive. By the late 80s, he began his film career. I believe it was Above the Law was his first film. True classic. So don't let that calcified neck flap deceive you. The man is legit. Now, if you go a quick scan of his IMDb page, he has over 57 films on credit. Some of the notable ones, some of my personal favorites: Exit Wounds, Under Siege, The Patriot. He got in on that 90s action movie craze. And when you think of it, those 90s films were kind of that era's equivalent to the Marvel superhero films we see of today. So some things that I didn't know. The dude has 2 studio albums. I'm not shitting you. Songs from the Crystal Cave was released in 2005. It is an hour, longer than an hour, 61 minutes and 24 seconds long. Ridiculous. Now, a lot of the bands I listen to, obviously, they're kind of known for short. That genre of music I enjoy is known for shorter albums, so I'm not used to an hour-long album. But that is crazy. It was followed up by Mojo Priest in 2006. Again, over an hour and a half long. Wow. Powerful stuff. Here's a couple clips. Okay, so I won't lie. I came into this with the sole intention of ripping on these albums, and honestly, these are objectively good. These are not bad at all. Not my cup of tea, but this is good music. Wow, Seagal, thanks. You got a Spotify follow coming your way. So this man was granted Russian citizenship in 2016, and he was appointed the Russian Special Envoy to the U.S. Good friends with Putin, a big supporter of Putin. So North Korea has Rodman, Russia has Seagal. All I know is I am liking this trend. When I looked this up, it's from 96 to 2018, multiple women have accused him of sexual harassment. I'm wondering why it's still up to 2018. Is it just an older article or what? And it's not to make light of those accusations, but just the idea of Steven Seagal forcing himself on a woman. I can only imagine how that plays out, where he's kind of half-heartedly come on, you're coming with me. And she's like, no, I don't want to. He's like, yeah. You can barely hear him. He's so lifeless in his expression. And then he's lazily using his Aikido moves to kind of push you down onto the bed. And he's like, all right, this is going to happen whether you like it or not. Dead in the eyes, just drenched in sweat. This is the most excitement I've ever felt in my life. It's a weird thing to think of. Some of us are familiar in 2009 A&E's Steven Seagal, Lawman, which was, the fact that was kind of a hit show and he was portrayed as a legitimate police officer. It was kind of a foreshadowing for the future of the U.S. And man, I missed the boat. In 2005, He had his own energy drink known as Steven Seagal's Lightning Bolt. This reminds me of the energy drink from The Office created by the warehouse workers who had won the lottery. Probably tasted the same, but I need to get my hands on a bottle of this Lightning Bolt.
Lightning Bolt is a unique energy drink. It's the first of its kind, with 100% pure juice blends, and is the only energy drink to contain Tibetan goji berries and Asian cordyceps, and it hits the spot every time.
And lastly, his neck skin composition. I don't know what it's formed of, but I'm sure if you use that to insulate the space shuttle, it would probably be able to reach speeds greater than ever imagined by modern scientists. So we're going to move into what would be my top 5 questions for Mr. Seagal. Now, these are questions on my mind, on your mind, on everybody's mind, something he needs to answer. Number 1, his top 3 favorite films of his. And I'm not talking about returns on investment or success in the box office. I mean, in his shrunken black heart, what are his favorite films? Question number 2, do you have diabetes? Question number 3, are you thirsty or something? You sound parched. Question number 4, what's your average blood sugar level? And are you sure you don't have diabetes? Question number 5, who would play him in a biopic? Now, my money is on one of the other Baldwin brothers, like a William or a Daniel, or whichever one is fatter and can fit into one of those size 6 Western Indian long coats he wears. You know, the ones that they're kind of Asian, but just enough that they're not, that they couldn't accuse him of cultural appropriation. Although maybe in the 90s that wasn't such a big thing. Anyway, I believe they're coats that he had designed personally. Well, much like Lord Seagal's movie career moving into the new millennium, we're out of time. So we're going to move right to the conclusion for this week's episode. Now, I have been mulling over the idea. I've been considering in great deliberations canceling Gabagool and Nate. Now, I know that is a drastic measure, but I just don't have the time to take on other projects. But I wanted to cancel Gabagool and Nate in lieu of my original podcast idea, my true passion. 3-hour bi-weekly episodes, all Seagal. So you can look forward to that, and I encourage your support. If you're as big a fan as Steven Seagal as I am, please tattoo him on your body, tattoo his likeness somewhere on your physical form. It would be greatly appreciated by myself as well as Mr. Seagal. Thank you very much. I'm Wes Dawson. This has been Gabagool and 8. And don't forget, if you want to change your life, just